that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Bruh. The Titanic Submarine is a submersible created by OceanGate to go down to the Titanic wreckage and explore it and give a tour. Now, to do this, it was not cheap. It cost about $250,000 per ticket, which is insane because this thing is a fucking death trap. We'll get to that later. This submarine is probably the most controversial submarine in existence. I mean, do you know many controversial submarines? Probably not. From it being very unprofessional feeling to people going missing, this submarine is just insane. This submarine that goes 4,000 feet into the ocean costs $250,000 per ticket, holds about 5 people, is probably controlled with some kind of, high-tech machinery, that us normal people wouldn't understand. No. So this submarine was controlled by a $30 decade-old Logitech game controller, which is the stupidest sentence I've ever said in my life.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on!
Which makes it feel very, scary, First of all, I wouldn't get on this submarine to begin with, just because of the way that you have to, literally sign away your life in this experiment.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
Also, it costs $250,000, and also knowing that it's controlled by a game controller just makes it feel so unprofessional and unsafe. I'm not saying that it is. Well, maybe it is. That's not funny. I'm sorry. The fact that it was controlled by this cheap game controller just kind of makes it feel a little scary. And also, things were labeled with duct tape, and he's like, I got this one from Camper World. And
I got these from Camper World.
It's just what are you talking about, dude? I don't want to hear that. It's like if you went up onto the world's tallest roller coaster, and then they're telling you you kind of just threw it together with scraps. It's not actually certified to be safe or anything like that. And that wasn't just a joke. The actual submarine was not safety certified. Apparently, because it's experimental or solo or whatever. How is that legal? I don't know. So yeah, this submarine doesn't sound very safe, does it? Apparently safety concerns were literally raised years ago. Now the internet was outraged and confused. Now unfortunately the suspicions of the public were accurate. The submarine went missing and lost connection to the base or whatever. It was lost for several days. Immediately a search mission was started and they were trying to find the missing sub with 5 people. There was a few glimmers of hope.
There's a glimmer of hope in the search for a sub that disappeared on its way to the wreck of the Titanic. Rescue teams detected underwater noises in the search zone, but time is running out with less than 24 hours of oxygen reportedly left on board.
But unfortunately, we now most likely know what happened. We can't tell for sure, but it is most likely that the submarine imploded about 3,500 feet into the ocean, instantly killing all 5 passengers. Now, if you're wondering, what does that mean? What does implode mean? According to the BBC, when a submarine hull collapses, it moves inward at about 1,500 miles per hour. That's 2,200 feet in about a second. That is insane. The time for a complete collapse is about 1 millisecond. The human brain responds in about 25 milliseconds. Basically, they didn't feel or even know anything was happening until it was over, because that's how fast it happened. The air inside the sub was fairly high concentrated with hydrocarbon vapors. I don't know what the fuck that means. When the hull collapses, the air auto-ignites and an explosion follows the initial rapid implosion. The human bodies are incinerated and turned into ash and dust instantly. Luckily, they didn't suffer, but they did die instantly. Sasha, save me. This is a sad video. So, all 5 of the passengers are dead. For whatever reason, that cannot be definitive. It is most likely what happened. Rest in peace to all of the passengers, 2 of which were a father and son, and it was a Father's Day activity. Very, very unfortunate situation. It also really sucks that we saw it coming, but it happened anyways. We could feel this was gonna happen, and it did. There was nothing we could do about it. I hope that somehow it turns out that proof was wrong and they end up finding them and they're just fine, and most likely that's not the case, and I hope that this event makes it so that kind of thing can't happen anymore. Usually when tragedies like this happen, it's a very unfortunate thing, and nobody's saying it's a good thing, but it does usually bring about some kind of positive change or safety measures to prevent something like this happening again. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know.